We live within a certain time, and all of us within certain places. And Signs of My Time is always located in terms of time and place. So for instance, for the Diocese of Wa, to know what our priorities must be, we need to say, what are the signs of our time at this local place as local church? It is within this discerning milieu, this matrix of discernment, that you begin to see what the Spirit is saying to the churches. What is the Holy Spirit saying? Otherwise, you put priority 10 as one, and priority 1 may easily come to the last. So as ITI midfielders of God's renewal in the church today, now let me tell you why I consider ITI as midfielders. Please let me put that. You see, I categorize the church into adult, youth, and children. I mean, that's simple. If you look at ITI, we are mostly youth and young adults, and therefore we, in terms of age, we are within the middle category. That is my first reason I call you midfielders. My second reason is Ghanaian society is transforming. We are moving more from informal to formal, unprofessional or non-professional to professional. There is a social transformation, and an ITI individual is a tertiary professional or professional in the making, and therefore many of ITI members are not yet professionals, but they will definitely become professionals, and so they are filling that middle gap, that middle journey of moving from non-professional to become fully fledged, experienced professionals. Now, if you have you are future oriented in your thinking, that is the group you want to put premium on, because that is where your future is lying. I was talking to some of my brother priests, and I was saying 2020 was 30 years when I was ordained, and my first appointment was at Wenchi, Paris, Our Lady of Fatima. If I go back to Wenchi now, the adults that I ministered to 30 years ago, 2/3 of them don't exist now. They are gone. The remaining 1/3 are either incapacitated at home, or if they come to church at all, they are not the ones that are running the church now. But 30 years ago, they were the ones that I spent 98% of my attention to. And therefore, without neglecting the adults, we need to prioritize the youth and children in terms of our prospects for the future. In terms of renewal, the youth and children should be our focus in terms of our future. Those of you who have listened to me at different places, I give some data as to why our priorities must be defined in certain ways. I was listening to India television, and they were talking about why the various political powers are now setting their face on Africa, China, Europe, America, and so forth. And he says that by 2050, the population of Africa will double. 2050. This is 2021. It means that we have about 29 years for that to happen. If you live in a place like Takyi, where the rate of growth, population growth, far exceeds that of the general growth of Africa, it means that what will happen in 2050 can triple or quadruple in Techiman. So if you are living in my environment, what should be how do you fine-tune your prospects and your projection? And if you are not alert to that, you will be overwhelmed by what is coming in the future. And therefore, we need to really put data and calculation to everything we do, and then pray over it and allow the Holy Spirit to open our minds so that we discern well with well-informed and data-backed direction, so that our planning and strategies become very effective toward the future. Africa as a whole has about 70 to 77% youth and children. The remaining is about, say, maximum 30% adult. Now, if you devote, in your ministry, if you devote 90% of your focus on the 30% who will not be here in the next 30 years, and you neglect the 70% who are going to be here the next 70 years and beyond, what kind of planning is that? It means that you were superintending over a moribund, a dying church. You would have killed the church. That's what it means. I remember in 1995, I was in a parish in the US. And Americans have their own way of doing things. That's when I was a student. This is Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. And I started asking some questions. I like to ask questions. I will ask questions. I just need information, so. And I said, okay, this is done this way, but can it be done this way? At that time, 1995 to 2000, I could see that the direction of this church is a dying church. It was clear. For me, it is not about scandals or various, no. It is about missed priorities, wrong emphasis, the things that should take our attention, we don't even connect with it. The things that should consume us, we don't even care about it. It is not deliberate. Somehow, the way things are being done, we just happen to be going with the flow. But we need to pause, do critical thinking, critical analysis, be informed by data, project into the future, come before the Lord, lie before the Blessed Sacrament, ask the Lord questions, and allow the Lord to ask us questions and to guide us. I hope I'm talking something. And so, as midfielders, we can be here. I love the sound. I love the quality of instruments around. I love the atmosphere. But you can be very, very, very zealous with passion. But if the direction is wrong, oh my goodness. When the direction is wrong, lack of passion is better. Let me remove passion and put speed. When the direction is wrong, the less speed, the better. If you are standing in Wa and you want to go to Techiman, where is the direction for Techiman? Here. And you set your face this way and you go at topmost speed, you may have to go around the entire globe to arrive at Techiman. So for me, our direction as renewal, our direction as ITI is key to how we harness our energies, how we harness our passions. This is why let us draw close to our priests, let us draw close to our leaders, and let the fire in our hearts ignite our fathers and our grandfathers, and let the wisdom and deep repository of knowledge and of substance in our elders guide and direct our passion, so that together with our defense, who are the elders, and our strikers, who are the children coming, we the midfielders become a good bridge of linking the two. I hope I'm talking some sense here. That's what I am looking at for ITI. And so let this conference become a moment for you, a call to live your freedom, live your passion, live your zeal, the zeal of the Spirit, the fire of the Holy Spirit at the feet of the Lord with critical questions and designing the structures toward the right direction in renewing the church.